Namo Phat. Thank you for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The second mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression. I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I'm determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. For our Dharma lesson, we've been reading Beginning Our Day, Volume 2 by the monastics of Abhayagiri Monastery. Today we're reading Snow on a Forest Trail by Ajahn Jotipalo. This morning I was walking through the forest on a path that I've walked thousands of times before, and everything looked completely different. Two conditions had changed. There was moisture in the air, and the temperature had dropped below freezing. This completely transformed the path. Most of the trees were covered with heavy snow and ice. It was quite beautiful. I was contemplating this in terms of the characteristic of not self, as a reminder of how we can take our thoughts, moods, and opinions and believe them to be who and what we are. We may have thought and then some we may have a thought and then some reaction, like anger. But that anger is not who we are. It's merely a transient phenomenon, like the snow on the trail. It's merely the result of some condition that came into being. Whatever habitual reactions we may have, they have been conditioned into us. They're all due to past causes. And just like snow will melt given a certain temperature, when the conditions change for us, our reactions may change as well. I used to be bothered by a couple of people in the community, the way they habitually reacted in certain situations. Then one day it hit me that those people were merely reacting exactly as they had been conditioned to react in that particular situation. This has given me a lot of space around difficult interactions that occur with other people, and I've been able to recondition my own habitual reactions. When I experience aversion to somebody, I can think to myself, if they could act differently, they would act differently. Or I might also think, when the conditions change, this may no longer be their habitual reaction. It can be that impersonal. This is something we all can do. When we encounter a situation with that sort of wisdom, we can respond with compassion, equanimity, and understanding, and not experience the dukkha of aversion. We can transform our inner landscape, as with the snow fallen on a forest trail. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Namo Phat. Thanks for joining me today.